Sunrise. We're here. You've got 1 minute to spare. Can you see the sunrise? You can see the glow that way, but the sunrise is over here. So I think we have some clouds this morning, but let's not be upset. Let's not be upset. Let's not cry just because there's no sunrise. Let's put our sand shoes on, as we do. So guys, we have literally 1 week left. Next Friday, I am walking 30 kilometres, walking for purpose, 18 miles for mental health awareness on sand. So we are training, as we do, most mornings or afternoons, just to get some sand into these shoes, literally. It is raining this morning, kind of just spitting. I don't think we're going to have to carry an umbrella. We're not going to go that far. But the sun, we're not going to see the rise. Yesterday morning was amazing. Hey, Create and Relate, how you going? How are you going with your watch time? I know you're really keen to get your watch time in. Alright guys, we've got our keys. Got some water. I'll have some water before I start. Now we're collecting sea glass on our walk because after we do this training, like next Friday, we're going to do the walk, 30 kilometres on sand or 18 miles on sand. Ooh, we're going to turn this around. We want to do some kind of artwork out of all the sea glass I've been collecting on the beach. So that's why I've got a bucket with me. All right, guys. Well, looks, the sun has woken up that way. But this is where the sun rises. Yesterday morning, if you want to catch a really beautiful sunrise, check out my live. It was amazing. But you know what? Just because the sun is not out doesn't mean we can't do our normal jumping for joy in the morning. So guys, we do this jumping for joy. I'll take you on the ride with me. I think you might have seen it before if you've watched me. I like to do a jumping for joy, which is like a star jump. That is a jumping for joy, guys. So today is the full moon. Well, tonight is the full moon. It'll rise up out of the water. Well, there's an island in front of us, but it'll rise out of the water, okay? I cannot wait to see it. Hey, blessings through connections. How you going? Hello, how you going? Really good to see you. And let me read the notes here. What does Create and Relate said? I've asked her how her watch hours is going. You're a single parent and the kids are off for 7. Oh yeah, they're on holidays. Summer holidays, aren't they? Oh. I'm sure you'll get your watch hours you want. Okay, guys, which way are we walking? So normally, guys, we walk from here. We park the car. We will either walk down to Lavender Rock and then we walk down to Scotts Point and then back. Sometimes we do 2 laps. If we're super, super energetic, we'll do 3 laps, which is like 15 kilometres. But obviously, today is Thursday and I'm going to go to work this morning. So I'm probably going to try to do about 4 Ks this morning if I stop talking. Okay, we're going to take you down to Lavender Rock, okay? Oh no, we're going to go this way, guys. It looks so beautiful this way, guys. All right, we just did a last minute change our mind. It's okay to do that. Last minute change our minds. So how are you, blessings through connection? So guys, this is a beach in Queensland. This is a place called Redcliffe. This is where I live. It's 5 minutes. I live 5 minutes from here. I don't live right here on the beach. But I live 5 minutes drive from here. And I was hoping to catch the sunrise this morning, but it's a little bit cloudy. It was raining this morning when I woke up at 6 o'clock. The alarm went off and I did a 10-minute meditation. And oh my gosh, I feel so energized and ready for the day. And to be honest, I think I don't need this. It's actually feeling quite warm, actually. Oh, you might take that off. Whew, that's better. Hat on my head. Oh. And we're hoping to get some sunlight into the eyes, because they reckon, well, they say the first like light in your eyes, like fresh, like without obstructive view, like sunglasses, is really good for our eyesight, like, and really good for our 24-hour clock to help us sleep. Is it I can never say this right. It's not Canadian rhythm. Canadian rhythm. You know what I'm trying to say? The rhythm, our 24-hour clock rhythm. Canadian. I can never say the word. Anyway, I think you know what I'm trying to say. So like, if we get natural sunlight in, it helps us, you know, reset our system, that we'll go to bed at like our natural time. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to keep on walking, guys. Otherwise, I won't get anything done. Now, while we're walking, we are walking with purpose. So the walk that we're doing next week, next Friday, we're doing a physical challenge. I'm doing 30 kilometres, which is 18 miles. So for people, Northern Hemisphere, 18 miles. In Australia, we use kilometres. So 30 kilometres on sand, hence why I'm walking on sand, guys. And what a lovely beach I get to walk on. This is Moreton Bay here. There's an island there called Moreton Island. That's why it's called Moreton Bay. So anyway, welcome to my live. And you know, you're accompanying me on my walk and we have some chats. Now this walk is for mental health. I am walking for my friend Esther. She's no longer with us. And yeah, it's a purposeful walk. And it's not just for her, it's for myself. Because obviously in the future, who knows, you know, I might not suffer mental health right this minute. But who's to say that I might need some support. And in Australia, we have different organisations that, and I'm sure it's the same in your country, that you have different organisations that can give you support if you need some support. Unfortunately, like, you know, going to see a psychiatrist is not an easy feat these days. It's very expensive and there's a big waiting list. So in Australia, Beyond Blue do different programs to help support people suffering, you know, a mental illness or having a bad time at the moment, kind of thing. So I think that's a beautiful thing to support. Okay, look guys, we have the stormwater and sometimes we can walk flat through here. Sometimes we have to do a bit of a jump. Oh guys, can we do it? Hold my bucket. Oof. Can we do a leap? A leap? Can we do it? Ready? Can we do it? Should we do it? I mean, we just need to walk over the path. It's not that hard. But I don't do things easily, guys. Sometimes when you see the sunrise through here, I crawl in here. This is a stormwater train. I crawl in here, and then I do a jumping for joy, and then you get like the frame. It's really cool. Okay. All right, I'm just procrastinating. The worst thing can happen is I end up with wet shoes. I mean, that's not bad. All right, guys, ready? Ready. Whoa! Whoops. The worst thing could happen. I get wet shoes. No big deal. Anyway, actually, I've got 2 wet shoes and 2 wet socks. Oh, well, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I leave these shoes in the car and they will dry through the day. It's all good. So what's happening in the chat, guys? What is happening? Are we connecting? Do we know each other? I love how people know each other in the chat. So they're on different lives together, or we're just kind of all part of the different, you know, different communities, but same communities, which I love. Really love that. So create and relate I met you, I don't know exactly how I met you, but I was helping you with some watch hours. You wanted me to watch some of your playlists to help you get your watch hours. I'm not sure what your name is and where you're from, but if you'd like to let me know your name and where you're from, that'd be great, just so that I kind of can call you by your first name instead of, hi, relate to create. And blessings through connections. Now, I know I met you through Doran, so I know everyone calls him the Source, but affectionately I know him as Doran because we did a 30-day challenge together last August, actually, nearly a year ago. And God, he challenged me. I didn't really want to finish the challenge. He's like, you should finish the challenge. So he's, he likes to, get you to finish things and tries to motivate you to keep on posting, basically. And look, obviously, he's done very, very well. He's really built a nice community here on YouTube, and he likes to bring people together. And he's, I jump on his lives every now and then because different time zones. I'm in Queensland, Australia. I should keep on looking behind to make sure the sun doesn't, peep up. But yeah, no. Just right there where it's really dark and gloomy, that is where the sun is rising. Oh, guys, now it's starting to spit. Look, it's only going to spit for a little while. It's not right. We're not made of paper. We're not made of paper. We'll be okay. So yeah, blessings through connections. So your name is Mary. Okay, hi Mary, how you going? So Mary, you are blessing through connections, and I met you through the chat. I jumped on, actually, that was a really fun live I jumped on. Was it the live where we were doing like the YMCA? Frank was singing and playing, like they were doing a jam session basically. And I jumped on to introduce my channel, and I'm a bit of a, not when I say dancer, I'm not like a professional dancer. I just like to dance and have fun. It's it's built into my DNA. I think, why should kids have all the fun? So I might not be good at it, but I can still dance if I want to. So I do a funny dance on a Wednesday night. So Wednesday night was last night for me. I know it's Wednesday still for you guys in the Northern Hemisphere. So I do a Dancing with Dora Wednesdays. So you should go check out that short I made. Ever heard of Tube Girl? She was a big trending sensation on Instagram and shorts, reels and TikTok and all the things. She was dancing on a tube. And we don't have a tube in Australia, but that doesn't stop me trying to do the trend, okay? Just saying. So if you're interested in seeing that, it's 27 seconds. Check it out. Give me a like. Give me a funny, just tell me what you think in the comments. That'd be great. Anyway, every Wednesday I like to do a little funny dance, just as a giggle to myself, to giggle for other people. So anyway, it's done okay. I've got, I think, 1.8 views already, and my shorts only get average about 500 views. 500 views. So to get, wake up and get 1.8 views, I'm like, woo, I did okay. So anyway, if you're interested in having a good old giggle, or hey, stay and keep me company while we walk on the beach and have a chat. Now, create and relate. Have you said what your name is? You're Stacey. Hi, Stacey from the UK. Hello, Stacey from the UK. G'day, mate. Can I have a cup of scones and some tea, please? It's a really bad accent. Do you like scones? Obviously, so many people in Australia, we are pretty much all immigrants to Australia. The Indigenous people of Australia are the original inhabitants of this lovely country that I stand on. And yes, my previous ancestors or my previous people on this land have done some bad things to the Indigenous people. But yeah, that's a sad story. So I'm very much in, we're all living on, well, we all borrow this land, let's face it. Like, no one owns any land. And let's face it, we are all going to leave this land. So I think if we could only share this land and not do nasty things to people, it'd be so much appreciated. I did this amazing meditation this morning where it said, I do a 10-minute guided meditation, free on YouTube. There's many that you can do, but a subscriber of mine that I've got to know quite well in the last couple of weeks by doing lives, because she jumps on my lives, Marie. Her channel's called Meditation Motivation with Marie, and her 10-minute guided one today was about saying that, you feel safe, you feel loved. But anyway, giving kindness out to yourself, then giving kindness out to someone that, maybe you're not so close with anymore for certain reasons, and then giving love to the world, And I just think, there's some kind of message there, like there is a message, that if we could all love and be kind to people, or to anyone and everyone, regardless of their faith and colour of their skin, can you imagine can you imagine how far we'd be in this world? Not where we are, guys. Anyway, but this is not about politics or religion, this channel. My channel's about adventures. And I know I'm trying to get to 80 countries. That's my big adventure, is to get at 80 countries. I went to country number 62 in May. That was Luxembourg. And if you're interested in seeing what Luxembourg's about, because it's amazing, have a look at my playlist called Luxembourg. Some really cool videos in there. Anyway, so yes, but obviously I can't always be travelling. I'm at home. I love my home. This is Redcliffe. I live in Redcliffe. I walk on the beach a couple of times a week. The exercise, maybe not on the beach, maybe on the path up here. So there's a path up there. I try to generally do about 7 Ks in the morning before I go to work. And you can walk a lot faster on path. When you're walking on sand, it's so much slower, guys. Oh my gosh. And then I'm carrying a bucket, also carrying a phone, talking into it. It's very weird. It's very weird. I mean, I'm sure someone watching me be like, what the hell is she doing? She's talking to her phone, talking to herself. Sometimes she stops and tries to look at the screen. I'm looking cross-eyed, trying to look at the notes. like the comments. So I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just trying to, we're picking up sea glass. See, I would think that was rubbish, guys. So sea glass is just broken bottles that have been chucked into the ocean, and over years, softened corners from the sand and the seawater. Sometimes you can find some really nice pieces, and I have. In my bucket here, there's lots of nice pieces. And I'm going to do some kind of art sculpture or mosaic. I've got a suggestion that I'm going to do some jewellery, and Kathleen, that was on the live yesterday morning, or my time yesterday morning, and it was a beautiful live. If you're interested in seeing a nice sunrise, check out yesterday morning sunrise. It was amazing. And you won't have to wait long. It's like the first 2 minutes. Anyway, Heather, who is now living in Ireland, she goes, hey, I make jewellery. I know how to make jewellery. I said, and I told her what I want to do. I want to do wire around the sea glass. And she said, oh, I can show you that. I said, okay, how about we do a live? So we're going to do a live in probably a couple of weeks. And we're going to show you, well, she's going to show us and me how to make some jewellery using wire around sea glass. And we'll find some nice sea glass, guys, okay? We just got to keep on picking it up. And if I'm not picking it up to chuck away, because I just want to get it off the beach, because it is rubbish, guys. I mean, I know it's kind of like turned into some beautiful shapes because of the sand and the water. See, all that's really nice and soft now. But still, it's rubbish. So we pick it up and we'll chuck the rubbish away that we don't want, and then we'll keep the bits we like. So, Mary and Stacey, do you know each other? I'm guessing you do. You know each other from different lives? Oh, you're full of love for everyone. Yeah, I know. We should love one another. I don't know what happened to that. In this world, it's an interesting world we live in, guys. And you know, the amount of people that bully people online and, you know, kids bullying each other at school and, oh, I don't know. Anyway, let's not get into that kind of stuff. Otherwise, it's easy to get, you know, go down a rabbit hole and get really, you know, negged out by it. I know we're not trying to avoid it, but yeah. We're here to celebrate life, guys. We know, like, we should just be grateful that we woke up this morning. Honestly, I am. Like, not everyone wakes up this morning. So look, the clouds are coming over. I reckon it's going to end up being a nice day. When I looked at the like sunrise, it said 6:37, and then it did say that the sun would come out and then it would be cloudy for a couple more hours, and then this afternoon it'd be nice, because the start tonight for me is the full moon. Love a full moon. We're going to have a barbecue at the beach, so I'm going to go for a walk on the beach, you know, training my legs as per usual, because like I said, I'm down to the pointy end of my training. Next week, next Friday, I have to walk 30 kilometres or 18 miles in one day with 3 other women, plus a whole lot of other people that are doing the challenge. And it's going to take us probably, going to take us 6 to 7 hours, maybe even 8 hours, I don't know. The ladies that I'm walking with haven't been training, so, you know, that's not great for them. Oh gosh, look at that fish. Look at that fish. You live in Michael Jackson's heart. Yeah, you know what, Stacey? Michael Jackson, he was onto something. Heal the world, make it a better place. Oh my gosh. His music was something else, hey. Honestly, I think that's the biggest loss to, you know, to our era, so to speak, is Michael Jackson. I hope to think that he did fake his death, that he's still alive, that he's prospering somewhere without the, you know, the paparazzi and all the mean people that were saying such nice, nasty things and setting him up. You know, I honestly do believe, I hope that, and that he's, you know, doing something amazing in the background there. Because honestly, he was such a fabulous person. He did such, I don't know, his music could just touch us, couldn't he? I can just think of his music right now. And so obviously there's a lot of fishing that happens here. So obviously that's fallen off someone's boat, or they've chucked it in the water. I don't think you should do that, because like people swim here, and like there are sharks out there and they will be attracted to that meat. I'm surprised the pelicans aren't here. The crows are though. So Mary, you're from Ohio. And Stacey's from the UK. I'm from Redcliffe in Australia. So we're on 3 different kind of continents, guys. Like we're doing a triangle. Stacey, you're over there. Mary's over there. I'm here. And we're connecting on a live. How cool is that? I think that's a real fun thing about YouTube, is the connections, and that's why I like lives, because you can connect with people a little bit better. And I'm not sorry that I'm not, you know, standing here looking at all the comments, but obviously I'm supposed to be walking too, and I can't walk and see the comments all at once, so sometimes I've got glare in my eyes. Oh my gosh, guys, we have the pelican in front of us. We have the pelican. Okay, you can't see him yet. He's a bit further in front, but there's a pelican. So we are going to gently walk, and then we'll stop We don't get too close to wildlife. But this is a special part of my morning, guys, sharing the pelicans with you. I mean, they're not my pelicans. No one owns animals. We shouldn't own animals, I reckon. We shouldn't, well, technically, I have some chickens in the backyard, so I own them. But they run around the backyard like they own the actual joint, eating everything in sight like they own the joint. But I'm a big believer in animals should be in the wild. So I'm a bit hypocritical to have chickens in the backyard, I know. But I'm the first one to say it, I am a hypocrite. But like, you know, whales and dolphins, they shouldn't be in aquariums, guys. They should be in the wild, enjoying their best life. Look at these pelicans, they're enjoying their best life. Stacey, wait till you see these pelicans. They're so cute. Hey, whereabouts are you in the UK, Stacey? Are you near the water? Last year, I had 36 hours in Brighton Beach. It was an experience. I met up with a girlfriend I used to work with like 20 years ago. And yeah, I've never been to Brighton Beach before. Heard a lot about it. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Very interesting, like the pebbles on the beach. Have you been? How random if you were from Brighton Beach area. Okay, let's just stand here. Not get too close. I'll zoom in for you. And we'll watch the pelican shenanigans. They're so cool to watch. They're like fleeing themselves. You interviewed yourself. I love that. How long ago was that? I'll check out your live later, Mary. I hope you didn't argue with yourself in the interview. Okay, so you're 1.5 hours from the water. Do you go to the beach much? I mean, I know you wouldn't go every week. They're so cool. So I take another phone with me, an old phone that I had before I got an upgrade to this iPhone 16. So I take it with because I can't take photos while I'm on a live, obviously. I can take screenshots, but you know, they're not that great. So let's zoom in and get some photos of pelican. There you go, guys. You can see the pelican on it. Oh no, it's not very clear, is it? Hello, pelican. Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. Holy shit. Thought he was coming for me then, hey? Oh, I love how long their wingspan is. So cool. All right, guys, that was pretty cool. That was very cool, actually, guys. Wildlife. I'm a wildlife warrior. Okay, guys, we're going to pick up this bottle of water because that will end up... We don't want a turtle try to eat that or anything want it. Oh, look, there's a full bottle of water too. Okay, there's a bin somewhere. We'll chuck that away when we get somewhere to a bin. This makes my bucket a bit heavier. All right, doing some weight training this morning, guys. Weight training, right? Oh, the beaches are good. So whereabouts, what location are you? So how far, like, you're obviously not down the south. Okay, so we're looking for some sea glass, right? Sometimes you find some really nice colours. I mean, they're not as they're a bit rare. Normal colours are those clear ones that I've picked up so far, or beer bottle colour, like the brownie colour. So, since we just saw a pelican, one of the suggestions from one of the people who've been watching my lives, from Deborah from Spring, Texas, was to do a mosaic pelican and then put on the bottom of the picture, put sand. So the pelican's standing in sand like we just observed. So stay tuned for that. In probably, I don't know, a week or maybe a week and a half, I'll start trying to do lives and show you some of my glass that I've collected, and we'll start trying to figure out what we're going to do with the sea glass. That will be a journey in itself, an adventure, should I say. So yeah, I'm always finding different adventures that I can do. And I guess this sea glass adventure just came out of walking along the beach, having a chat with you guys and picking up sea glass and then going, hey, at the end of my training, so I've been training now for 3 weeks. So 3 weeks, most days I'm out here. On Sundays, I'm not walking. I'm taking that as my day of rest. Because, you should have a day of rest. You shouldn't be training every day. So I'm averaging about, because I've got an iPhone, you've got a health app, and it tells you your averages of how much you're stepping and like kilometers you're doing a day. I'm averaging 11 kilometers a day, which maybe, I don't know exactly how much that is in miles, guys, sorry. Stacey, you're in kilometers, aren't you, in the UK? Yeah, you are. You guys are in kilometers. So sorry, Mary, I don't know what 11 kilometers is in miles. The only reason I know that 30 kilometers is 18 miles is because I Googled it. Because I'm always talking about what I'm doing, why I'm walking on the beach, why I'm holding a phone, talking to myself, so to speak. But I'm talking to you guys this morning. I'm having a chat with you guys. Whoa. This is where there's a barbecue up there. It's probably where we're going to have our barbecue tonight while we watch the sunrise. Sorry, the moonrise. The moonrise. So excited. I love watching the moonrise. Feels like just a new day, a new month, a new beginning. Actually, last month I was down this beach. And it was so nice to watch the moon rise. I love seeing people walking along the beach, enjoying it with their dogs. There's little coffee shops along the beach too, so people stop and get some coffee. It's nice to see people enjoying the beach and nature. There's a guy down here fishing. Okay, so normally I can go down to this point down there. It's called Scott's Point. But it's tide permitting. And it's so weird. Like most mornings and afternoons I come through, it's always high tide or going up to the tide. So I haven't been able to get through. I think maybe twice in the last month or 3 weeks I've been able to get through. These guys up the top here are commercial fishermen. They're up here every day watching. They're looking for fish, basically, fish patterns. Or fish patterns, if that makes any sense. They catch mullet. And apparently this year, it's getting less and less fish. So they're not sure what's going on. And every morning they watch me holding my phone and they must be thinking, what the hell is she doing? Talking to herself on the phone. I must look ridiculous. Any joy this morning?
I have nothing yet.
No joy? I'm sure it'll happen. So he's not getting any fish this morning. But, fishermen don't always just fish to catch a fish. It's their meditation kind of thing, watching the ocean. So it's very sad. At the end of this beach, there's actually someone living in a tent. So like everywhere in the world at the moment, the price of rent or getting, rent is just ridiculously priced. There's not enough places to rent. And that, people are forced to live in tents, people living in parks, people living in their cars, People are living in bus stops. Oh, look, guys. We have... Okay, that is only fresh sea glass. It's still a little bit pointy. Whoa, 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 whoa. We've already got wet feet. We don't want them again. Hi, Catwitch. That's an interesting handle name. Catwitch. Catawish. Welcome. How you going? Meet Stacey, who is Create and Relate. She's from the UK. And we have Mary, also here, from Blessing Through Connections. So, say hello. Tell us where you're from. I'd love to know what your channel's about, or like what your handle's about. Is that your name, your first name? So we're walking along the beach at the moment at Redcliffe. So this is Australia. I can hear a boat engine. I don't know where the boat is. Must be around the corner. But I can hear a boat engine. Must be around the corner there. So yeah, normally I can walk all the way around to that point, but we can't at the moment. The tide is up, and the tide is coming up. Yesterday or the other day before, I nearly got caught. So we're going to turn around. We're not going to go in front of the homeless people. Like, give them some privacy. No one needs to see that, you know. It's hard enough that they're living in a tent, let alone some stranger shoving a camera in their face. So guys, we didn't see the sunrise this morning, but I don't think it matters. I think it's still absolutely beautiful. But if you're interested in seeing an Australian sunrise, check out my last live saying sunrise. It's really beautiful. Oh, Stacey, you're in miles too. Oh, I don't know why I thought the UK was in kilometres. Isn't it interesting? Why is Australia and New Zealand, like the kind of the southern hemisphere, in kilometres and the northern hemisphere in miles? Why is that? Can someone ask ChatGPT that question? Why is it that we have different, terminology for distance? It's just interesting, isn't it? Well, does anyone know? Oh, Stacey, you used to live in Spain. Whereabouts in Spain did you live? I went to Ibiza last year, and oh my goodness, that is a beautiful island. And I went also over to the island of Formentera. Now that was a beautiful island. I've never been down to like Marbella or like the bottom of Spain. But I am curious of what they're like, because I know the English love going to Spain. Alicante. So Alicante, I've heard a lot about Alicante. That's just kind of a couple of hours from Barcelona, isn't it? I'm not completely sure. How long did you live there, Stacey? Why did you go back to the UK? Just curious. Sorry if I'm being nosy. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to. Oh, there's a nice piece I just saw. Let's save it. Oh, I just lost it, guys. Oh, yeah, no, there it is. That's it. I swear I saw a bigger piece though. It's got a green tinge to it, this one. But there was another piece just there, and I think it just fell back into the ocean. I lost it. It's lost to the ocean forever. Maybe tomorrow I might see it again. Or this afternoon I might trip over it. Wasn't meant to be. Wasn't meant to be. So there's a lot of rubbish. Like that's definitely rubbish. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's still a bit sharp. People swim here. I swim here, so I don't want to stand on that. So I'm going to pick it up and chuck it away. I could be stop-start all day sometimes picking up sea glass. Some days I get distracted and I just walk. You can also find nice crystals here too. Little bits of quartz is also nice here. Hey, Hazza, how you going? My jumping for joy friend. The start of the live, I did a jumping for joy, Hazza. Hazza was part of a virtual jumping for joy. I put StreamYard on my phone one morning or afternoon, and I had two people. I had Mel Robbins from New Zealand. I don't know if anyone knows Mel Robbins. Actually, Mary, you probably know Mel Robbins. Not Mel Robbins. Mel runs things. She's from New Zealand. She's a big supporter of Doran and The Source, so you probably know her, Mary. So she was doing jumping for joy from her kitchen in New Zealand. And then we had Alison. Her channel is, she's got two different names. She's got a channel name and then a different heading. So it's I can't remember her channel name. But Alison is in the UK, in America somewhere. So us three were doing visually on the live, doing a jumping for joy all at the same time. I was on the beach and Hansa was at home. I don't know where you were, but you were doing a jumping for joy from home, virtually, but not on the camera. So that was pretty cool. So Hansa, say hello. Create and Relate is Stacey from the UK. And then we have Mary from Blessings Through Connections. And Mary is from America. Actually, did you say where you're from in America, Mary? You did maybe, and I just didn't see it. I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. That's a nice bit, actually, guys. It's not your normal green. It hasn't been weathered that much, but it's not your normal green that you pick up. You know, some beer bottle colours. That's a different kind of green. That's cool. Okay, guys, calm down, Tide. So it's interesting. My shoes are pretty much already dry when I ended up in the drink before. Okay, the pelicans in the water down here, guys. Love watching the pelicans in the water too. They just kind of bob up and down. It's so fun. They glide through the water. So you'll get to see that when we get a bit further up here. Oh, okay, Stacey. So you met through Mel Runs Things. Okay, cool. I love how we're all connected. That's cool. So Stacey, are you also connected with Doran from The Source? I'm guessing you are. Oh, that's right. She did say that. Oh, Ohio. Yes, I completely forgot. Thanks, Stacey. My brain. I like to remember where people are from. Just makes it, a nice connection. See, look, that's a different colour. That's the normal beer bottle colour. I couldn't fish out the other piece. Oh no, I can. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't. I don't know. I was going to fish out the other green, but I couldn't find it. It was like, Actually, just reminded myself, let's have some water. Because even though we're exercising on the water, we should always have some water. Oh, look at the sky today. Wow, it's crazy. Crazy. All right. Okay, the pelican's gone on the beach. That's where that fish was. That's half gutted. I wonder if he's probably trying to eat the fish. So we'll start progressing up the beach a bit, so we're not in Pelican's way. Oh look! Oh, I've got to stop for a second. He's waddling along. Waddle, 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 waddle. I love how they waddle. Waddle. Oh, look, there you go. He just jumped up on the boat ramp. He's showing us his strength. Oh, look, waddle, 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 waddle. Hey, Matt, how you going? Matt is from Cheshire, the Cheshire Cat. Hey, Matt, how you going, mate? Look at Pelican, Mr. Pelican. Come to say hello to you, Matt. So we've got 2 people from the UK here this morning, guys. Wow. We've got one, Hunza. I'm not sure where you're from, Hunza. And then we did have Mary from Ohio. She might be just listening in the background. But guys, I'm not moving because I was here first. Come on, Pelican. I didn't want to get in your space. But that's okay. If he wants to come towards me, that's okay. If he gets too close, I will retreat backwards. I'm scared. I don't want to be attacked by a pelican. Imagine that. Girl doing a live at the beach gets attacked by a pelican. Actually, talking about animals and getting attacked, I was watching YouTube, as you do, and this girl in America, I don't know, maybe Mary, you might have heard this story about America, but she was down Florida way, and she got a baby alligator that she found while she was walking along, like, the beach or a river or something, right? And she said, look, and like, it wouldn't have survived because it was really little. So she took it home and she reared it. And then that alligator got big, big, big. And let's face it, it was huge, right? And it was living basically in her backyard in suburbia in a pool. Now, she did register it. So the authorities knew about it. They would check on her, check on him. I can't remember the name, but she had it on social media. She'd hug it, sit on it, like sit around it, swim in the pool with it. Even, like, it was huge. Like, I'm talking the size of how I'm tall, right? I'm tall. It was taller than me, right? I don't know if you can see how tall I am. I'm 175 centimetres, so I'm not short, but I'm not tall. But it was tall. It was tall, like, I don't know, metres, but it was tall, right? And it was a couple of years old, and the authorities said, hey, you should not be having this animal. But they didn't get rid of it. They said, look, we're going to keep on checking on it. And they kept on checking on her. And they started coming by and they said, look, the behaviour of your animal is starting to change. It's getting a little bit more aggressive. Like, apparently people would ring into council or wherever, the authorities, and say, hey, we saw that, alligator in the backyard snapping away while she wasn't home. And they would come over the next day and say, hey, so-and-so, yeah, we've got some reports about your animal. And no, she'd be like, that's fine. Look, I'm touching it, I'm feeding it, hand feeding it kind of thing. And they're like, you got to be careful. Like, this isn't a wild animal. Even though you've reared it, it's still wild. It's still got, its own primal, intentions. Guess what? A couple of weeks later, it snapped at her. She was cleaning the pool out. And what she does to clean the pool out, she jumps in the pool to clean the pool out with a big, pool, whatever you call it, scrubber thing. And it attacked her leg and started doing a death roll. She started screaming for her life. The neighbour looked out the window and, in shock horror saw, the alligator rolling around with her screaming. And of course, the authorities came 8 minutes later. That was quick. And of course, she was dead. She was floating in the water. And then they had to put the animal down. And I just think, how sad is that? I mean, it's not her. I mean, I don't know. Like, she loved it. Like, apparently she loved the animal like it was her child, because she reared it. Like, I mean, I get it. We love our chickens in the backyard, and when chickens die, we cry. Like, you know, they become part of your, you know, family, right? But I don't know. Would you pick up a wild alligator and rear it in your backyard? Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, she was also like, she used to like save wild birds and all different animals. So she was a wildlife rescuer kind of thing. So she had that beautiful heart, but you know, her intentions were pure. But yeah, having a grown ass alligator in your backyard. And yeah, I mean, I didn't see her page. It was just in the YouTube page I saw. But yeah, she was like reading a book behind it, having breakfast behind it, feeding it live, or like, you know, on the camera. I mean, her content would have been fabulous. Can you imagine? But the reality, wowzers. So anyway, how are you, Matt? How's your day been? Hey, Matt, how cool. Oh, shivers. Hey, that's a nice bit. So like for a wind chime, can you imagine that for a wind chime? That is actually a really nice bit, guys. I really like that bit. Or could be an earring, or it could be a necklace. Dingle dangle? Necklace maybe? Nose necklace? I reckon a wind chime. So Matt was on a live with me last night, or yesterday afternoon. We went platypus chasing. And oh my goodness. You were with me, weren't you, Matt? Yeah, you were. I'm sure you were online with me last night, yesterday afternoon. And what happened, Matt? The camera just went completely out. I wasn't out of battery, and I wasn't out of connection. Like, the connection didn't drop out. It just suddenly completely dropped out. You guys disappeared and said, I can't see you guys. It's really weird. I was actually quite surprised. I thought, because it dropped out, that maybe I'd lose the live, but the live is definitely still there. So if you're interested in seeing the Australian platypus, we saw two of them at one stage. We saw them a few times swimming along the Obi Creek. Go check out my previous live. It's called Platypus Chasing Take 2. Because last week I went platypus chasing and I didn't see them. Good morning. You're right, Stacey. Yeah, he had to give up Bubbles because didn't Bubbles start getting a bit aggressive? Like, he was like, yeah, really aggressive. I wonder what happened to Bubbles. I mean, I don't know. How long do monkeys live for? It was a chimpanzee, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't know how long he lived for. I mean, you don't actually hear any stories about Bubbles. There's a little bit of sea glass. It's a nice colour. That could be like the eye of the pelican. I don't know. But we're going to keep it anyway. Who knows what we're going to do with these bits of sea glass. We're just going to collect them. I do sort them. I chuck away the stuff that I don't want. That's too sharp too. So I don't keep every piece. I'll chuck it away in the bin. He's still alive. Okay, so Stacey, is there like a web page, or like, how do you know that he's still alive? If I just Googled Bubbles Michael Jackson's chimpanzee, would I get some stuff come up? Probably would. I'm going to check that out. I'm curious. He's in a sanctuary. Oh, well, I'm good. I'm glad. He should be living his best life. I'm sure Michael Jackson paid for that sanctuary too, hey? When he, released him, I'm sure he said, look, to make sure he was looked after. I'm guessing it's in the America somewhere. Or maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I hope he's having the best chimpanzee life. He'd miss Michael Jackson. I can imagine Michael Jackson would have treated him like a little child. Oh, there are videos. Okay, I'll definitely check that out. Thanks, Stacey. I saw Michael Jackson from afar, or he was in his car. He was doing, I can't remember what tour it was, but I was 20 something, and oh look, there we go, guys. We finally see the sun. Oh, that's glorious, guys. How beautiful is that? We finally see the sun. So we didn't see the sunrise this morning because there was lots of cloud, but now we do. Now we do. And Hunza, because we're online and you missed my jumping for joy before, we have to do a jumping for joy, right? So I get my tripod out, my bottle of water. We flip that around. We're jumping for joy. Oh, shit. Whoops. I just smashed some of my sea glass in my bottle, from my bottle, in my bucket. Whoops, sorry. Whoops. Guys, oh, that's beautiful. Actually, hold on. Let me take a photo of that, actually. Let's take a photo of that. Oh, man, the sun just went down. Quick, quick. Quick, quick. Oh, glorious, glorious. So full moon tonight, guys. I'm super excited. I said that I would do a walk this afternoon, doing my usual training on the afternoon, and that I would carry the live over so that we could see the sunrise. Sorry, so the moonrise. So if that interests you, look out for that. Hit notification. I sound like a real YouTuber. That's really thin. Look at this camper, guys. So someone's staying at the beach there. Technically, you're not supposed to stay at the beach, but I don't think the council, as long as you stay one night, they don't really care. How cool would it be to live in one of those or travel around one of them? That'd be cool. Has anyone travelled around in a van or a pop-up trailer before? Or a camper, caravan? I don't have one, but I dream of doing like a van life. I was telling you guys in one of my lives, I don't know who was on it, that there's a company called Jayco here in Australia. I think they're all over the world actually, but Jayco Australia have a job going. They call it the best job in Australia. They all pay you, it's a year contract. They'll give you like a camper or a van, brand new, just to lend for 1 year. And they'll pay you a salary and they want you to create content on the road using, obviously, living around their camper or van. So my application has to be in by the end of the month. You got to put a resume. They want to know that you can, you've got some basic content creating skills like videos and that you've got some kind of following on social media. I don't think they're looking for people that have huge followings, because let's face it, I don't have a huge following. But they want, people, just genuine people that can have a bit of fun, take people on an adventure and tell a story. So do you reckon I could do that, guys? Do you reckon I could do that? Would you like to watch Dora in a van, solo travel around bits of Australia, having adventures? I mean, I'd like to see that, so I'm going to apply and see where it goes. Look, you live once. I've always wanted to, be paid to travel. I know it's only a 1-year contract. It's a big gamble. But hey, look, worst thing that happened, I have one hell of an adventure for 1 year. I got paid to do it. Obviously, I'll probably, build a little bit more of my social media stuff. So like maybe I'll get 1,000 subscribers. I'm just sitting on, I think I'm on 486 subscribers. So I don't have a huge, following. I'm not here to be, the Mr. Beast or anything like that, guys. But I mean, hey, if I turned into Mr. Beast, well, stranger things could happen. But, I'm also a realist. I'm just me walking along a beach with a camera in my hand, a bucket in the other, picking up sea glass and training for a 30-kilometre walk or 18-mile walk in the name of my friend Esther, who is no longer with us anymore. And I will walk for her. I'll walk for her forever, and I will tell her story. And I know I'm not alone, that we've all lost someone through mental illness, and sadly will continue. And there just needs to be more support for people in that crisis mode. And it's so sad that, people don't reach out to get help. I wish my friend reached out to got help, for the help that night. Anyway. But yeah, so that's why I do these walks. After this walk, there's a few more walks that you'll see me do. They won't be long walks. There'll be like a 9-kilometre walk. There's different walks that I do to bring awareness to mental health, an opportunity to talk about my friend Esther. And yeah, at the same time, I'm going to bring you along for the ride. I get fit. Oh, I want that bit. Don't take it. Okay, got it. Ooh, that's chunky, guys. That's chunky. It's a chunky monkey. That is a nice little bit, guys. That is nice. I like that bit. So it's interesting, like I did this meditation this morning about sending love first to yourself and then to someone that maybe did you wrong or you're not so close to anymore, to give them love, send them love, and then to also send the universe, so to speak, love and kindness. And I thought that was really beautiful. Kind of ties into walking with purpose. Because I'm not just doing this for my friend Esther. I can't save her anymore. But if I can bring awareness, that I can help some stranger on the other side of the world brighten their day by looking at this beautiful beach, then so be it. Or just they're listening to this conversation in the background, us having a bit of banter in the chat, or you guys having banter in the chat, finding hope. I don't know, people find hope in different places. I'm not here to figure that out. I'm just here to show you where I am, bring the medium that maybe somehow they find that. And maybe they might find that by looking at one of your pages. They might resonate and think, I'm going to check that person's channel out. I've jumped on lives before and not really connected with the person that was on the live, but I liked what the person was saying in the chat. And then I've looked up their channel and then followed their channel. So, stranger things can happen. Hey Deb, how you going? Thanks Deb, you brightened my day up. Look at the sunrise. We actually didn't see the sunrise this morning, mate, but we do now. It came out when you came onto the chat, Deb. You brightened the sky, guys, look. So we had some nice sky that way. But if you look at the start of my live later on, if you want to look at the replay, it's literally just darkness. And then only in the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes, we've had a little bit of sun coming through. So Deb, how did you find my channel? Because I know you've been having some trouble actually subscribing to find it. We're connected now. We're connected. Now, you won't be able to get rid of me. You'll just see all these lives coming up. You'll be like, God damn it, Dora. Like, stop the lies, man. All I see is like Dora's content. And then you'll like unsubscribe and go, oh, it was better the other way. Just seeing it every now and then. It's called a Dora overload. That's rubbish. We don't want a turtle eating that, or a fish, or the pelican, or even a seagull. Deb was online one day when I was showing the sea glass, and I was, having a bit of a chat. And then before I know it, the seagulls are trying to attack my sea glass, thinking it was like fish and chips. That was so funny. I still haven't gone back to watch that video. I need to do that. That was hilarious. So, it's interesting. These lives I do, I do capture some funny things. Sometimes it's at me, like getting my feet wet and... Yeah, see, I can't get through here now. So, guys, that stormwater was a little bit shallower before. I did get my feet wet running through, but now the tide is coming up, obviously. So we'll go around. Look at that little dog. Pig doggy. Maybe it's not a pig dog. A bulldog. It's cute. Hi, how you going? Cute dog. It's a bulldog, isn't it? Yeah. They're cute. A face that only a mother would love. All right. Back on the sand we go. See, look at little bulldog. They're expensive dogs, aren't they? The French bulldog seems to be the dog that's so popular at the moment. They're little things. They're like $4,000 Australian. They're expensive. Oh, Deb, I'm sorry that you don't feel so good today. Is it a sickness or just feeling a bit low of energy? Can I suggest taking your shoes off and going and find some grass and just getting some grounding? It's amazing what just, being in nature or, feeling some energy from the earth can do. It's an unusual shape, isn't it? Did I dream of platypuses last night? So Deb was also on my live yesterday when we went platypus chasing. Now, platypuses are only found in Australia. So Deborah had never seen a platypus before. And, oh my gosh, we showed her a platypus. It was fantastic, I've got to say. It was a very fun little adventure yesterday afternoon. And the fact that we got to see 2 little platypuses, that little baby one was really cute. So like I said, guys, it's about an hour and a half long video. It's in my live list called Platypus Chasing Take 2. Take 1 was last week. We didn't see a platypus. So, you know, wildlife don't work on our schedule. That's a big chunky bit. Deb, you like that bit? That is really nice. I like that bit. A bad stomach. Oh, okay. Oh, gosh, lots of water. You're going to have to sort of wait that out, aren't you? Or sit that out, should I say. But still, the suggestion of, you know, taking your shoes off and find some grass, letting nature just vibrate through your feet. Hey Mandy, how you going? Welcome to the live. We were hoping to see sunrise this morning, but we missed it. Well, we didn't miss it. It was behind the clouds, and now the sun is kind of coming out. But that's okay. We can't expect the sun every morning to bless us with this amazing creation. I've got to say, yesterday morning sunrise was probably the best I've seen all year. It was amazing. Did capture it on live. I'm plugging my lives this morning, aren't I? So how are you, Mandy? You might have a broken finger. Gosh, what'd you do to yourself? So the tide's coming up, guys. You can see where the tide came up last night. It's kind of wet all the way up to the different kind of colours in the sand. So it must have came up to here last night. That means there'll be hardly any beach. Sometimes it goes right up. You can be standing on these platforms and the sea is just crashing under you. It's crazy. It's fun to watch though. You're in pain? Oh, I'm sorry, mate. Have you got it looked at? If you think it is broken? All right, guys. We are finishing off this walk with kind of kicking our feet. We didn't go all the way down to Lavender Rock today. I reckon we probably did about 4 kilometres today. I don't know what that is in miles, guys. But we did a little bit of walking. Better than no walking. You got an x-ray today? Oh. Ouch, Mandy. You're playing football and you caught it the wrong way. Oh, I hope it's just sprained, mate. That would hurt. Little fingers. Which finger is it? Is it little finger? Yeah, that would hurt. Anyway, I hope, Mandy, that it's not as bad as it feels. And I hope, Deborah, that you feel a little bit better and your stomach quietens. Hey, Paul, how you going? So, yeah, Paul is telling you what walk I'm doing. A company called Coast Track. You should check it out, actually. They do some really good stuff. They're only in Australia that I've heard of. I don't know, maybe they're in New Zealand, I'm not sure. But, guys, I can smell bacon and eggs, man. Oh, my gosh. You know the smell of bacon? I don't know if you're a vegetarian, just ignore the conversation. But bacon, Paul, you know what I'm talking about. That smell of bacon. I can smell it. Someone's cooking bacon and eggs. Should I go introduce myself? No, I won't do that. Anyway, I'm going to finish the live. I just want to say thank you for jumping on. Have a chat in live. I'll just kind of kick my feet while I'm here. You guys can connect for a bit. So Paul D is a fellow Australian. He's my mate. My mate from Victoria. And we have Mandy, Duck Queen. She's hurt her little finger. We have Deborah. She's not feeling very well. She's from Spring, Texas. And we have Stacey, Create and Relate. So I've connected with Stacey, Create and Relate a little while ago, but I didn't actually know her name. So I know her name, and she's from the UK. We had Matt somewhere too. Oh, see, Matt is like my personal assistant. Just read the chat, guys. Do what Paul says. Paul also said, check out my live playlist. The live playlist for the 30-kilometre walk is pretty intensive now. It's quite long. We've been training for like nearly 3 weeks. Nearly 3 weeks. 3 weeks. It's exactly 1 more week. And then we are show day, guys. Show day. We are walking 30 kilometres in sand, or 18 miles in sand, for a purpose. And you guys are proud to say that you watched me. You helped encourage me. You helped distract me from my training. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you had a nice sleep. Paul and the rest of you guys are all in the Northern Hemisphere, so have a nice day. Have a nice sleep. And probably the next time you see me, you'll be on another live. I'll be walking on the beach like it's deja vu. You're like, does this girl ever stop walking? Yeah, I am. I've got to stop walking. I've got to work, guys. In the damn America, we are not. But anyway, guys, if you can like my chat, it'd be like the live, that'd be nice. But, I just appreciate you being here. Hey, Paul, have a good day, mate. Hope you have a nice walk. Hope you see some more whales, man. It'd be cool if you saw 2 whales breaching up, that'd be cool. Anyway, I'm still coming down from my cloud from seeing the platypus last night. I don't know why the live just turned off last night. I wasn't out of battery. I could see you guys chatting in the live, but you guys couldn't see me. I'm like, hey, look, I'm here. And you guys couldn't see me. And then I re-watched the live later on because I thought, oh, God, I'm going to lose the live. I'm going to lose the proof that I saw the platypus and the platypus dance worked. If you're interested in seeing the platypus dance, it's 33 minutes in. I did put a timestamp in the comments because people just want to see the dance, right? I should timestamp where I see the platypus, but there's too many platypuses that we saw. Anyway, have a good day, guys, or good evening. I'm off. Ciao. See you guys. Bye.